British artist Grayson Perry has been unleashed in the British Museum, and he's produced a show called The Tomb of the Unknown Craftsman. Now what's happening here is that Perry, he's gone around the stores and the British Museum's collection finding objects that interest him, and in this extraordinary display he's mixed up his own work, which ranges from ceramics to metal sculptures to bits of clothing, with artifacts from the British Museum. This glorious little map here, which is from Tibet, and it's a kind of emotional and mental map as well as a real one. And then over here, Perry has created a Grayson Perry version of it. And whereas that map is about Tibet, this map is about him and about the modern world and things that are happening in the modern world. So over here, you've got a representation of Mecca, and above it, Ground Zero. This is such a busy show full of so many fascinating objects. It's hard to pick out one as being better than the other. But I must say, I was really moved by these two sculptures here. They are, in fact, I know they look as if they've come from some African tribal museum, but they're actually new things that Grayson Perry's made. And they're sort of pilgrim figures. This is a section dealing with the idea of pilgrimage, of going somewhere to worship. And both these pilgrims stroke refugees are obviously African in influence and tone, but one's called Our Mother and the other is called Our Father. It's typical Grayson Perry because it's witty, it's brilliantly made, but it's also emotional and heartfelt. There are lots of things that Grayson Perry is doing in this show that have never been done at the British Museum before, but perhaps the most obvious is that he brought his teddy bear in here. Now, Alan Measles, as he's called, is Grayson Perry's teddy bear that he had when he was a child, and he's also an imaginary character who keeps popping up in Perry's art. First thing you see when you come into this show is a motorbike that Perry's made for himself, and on it is a sort of shrine to Alan Measles, the teddy bear. And this blurring of a Grayson Perry's own story with the story of the British Museum is what this show is really about, and what makes it such a special and exciting and interesting and funny and very moving experience.